This is a warning for every single person watching this who has a business in SMMA, AI automation, copywriting, SaaS, day trading, Amazon FBA, dropshipping, a faceless YouTube channel, you name it. This is your last warning. You can keep living in denial if you want to. Stop this video right now. I am here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. See, a couple of months ago, I made one of the most important decisions of my life. It was a moment in my life where I was doing a lot of cold outreach. It was all day long, every fucking day. And I realized I actually hated my life. I told myself, if I was going to do something for money, might as well just be a lawyer, because at least the lawyer has aura. At least the lawyer has something to do with public speaking and charisma, instead of fucking reaching out to people, yo bro, you want to see my little thing? So I said, you know what, fuck it. Consistency is the one non-negotiable factor of success. So I wrote, okay, consistency. If I was going to do something every single day for the next 1,000 days, something that would make it delusional for my dream not to be achieved, I said, what would it be? Would it be sending DMs every single day to strangers, or would it be committing to one and only thing every single day of my life for the next 1,000 days? You know what that one thing was? YouTube, my friends. I committed every single day I was gonna post one long form video on YouTube for the next 1,000 days. Guess what? I haven't missed a single day in the past 150 days. Let me explain to you exactly why I made that decision, especially in the age of AI. You see, most of you guys are familiar with a man named Alex Hormozi, aren't you? You guys remember what was his main idea? What was his main formula? The value equation. Let me remind you, dream outcome times perceived likelihood of achievement divided by time delay times effort and sacrifice. This is how value is perceived in the human mind. You want something that is as attractive as possible, as certain as possible, that takes the least amount of effort, sacrifice / pain, and time. This is how you create value. Now let me ask you a question for you guys who are out there building websites for people, building funnels, writing emails. If I had the choice between hiring someone that would take days to write the perfect funnel, someone that would require lots of money, lots of accountability, training, and that obviously could get sick, or he could just give up, or he could find a better opportunity, aka a human being, versus someone who has no needs whatsoever, has no emotions, has no sickness. As long as the internet and the software is up, they will do the job, which, by the way, they'll do the job within literal seconds or maybe minutes. And it requires maybe a couple of bucks per month, 3 figures maximum per month for unlimited websites, funnels, scripts, whatever it is that I want. Who do you think I would choose if the result stays the same? You guys think about it 2 seconds. Who do you think I would choose? Where am I going with this? You guys remember Hormozi said the bottom is the most important. Any of you guys who understand the bare minimal principles in math, you would understand actually if you make this 0, then by definition you have unlimited value. So the goal is to bring this the lowest possible and this the highest possible. You guys follow me here. Which means, where am I going with this? It means all of your asses will eventually, every single thing I named, every single thing I'm naming that list at the beginning, I gave you guys a warning. You can still leave, huh? If you stayed, every single one of your asses is getting replaced by AI. Every single one of you. Why? Because you can hope for human compassion. You can hope, oh, no. My boss or my clients would prefer me because they'll stay loyal. Sure, you can hope for that. Or you can understand human nature and you can understand the power of incentives. Follow the incentive. Show me the incentive and I'll show you the result. Charlie Munger. And you can realize and wake your ass up and be like, okay, with that being said, what is the only way for me to become irreplaceable by AI? This is the question I ask myself. What is the only way I can become irreplaceable by AI? Well, let me answer the question for you. Even in my case, I am a speaking charisma sales coach. I'm all about communication. I'm all about the human stuff. But even in my case, I'm currently working on an app that will be able to give feedback to you guys on your speaking. This is a part of my projects. An app that will automatically give you guys feedback on the quality of your speaking and certain things you can improve. So when you guys are presented with many different solutions for a certain problem you have, so there's many different apps out there that will exist eventually. If I had the idea, many of you guys will have the idea. Some of you guys will listen right now and will be like, yeah, let me do it. Take it. I have no problem with that. I believe in the free market of competition. I'm not the only one who had that idea. Cool. So let's say you guys decide, okay, I'm gonna do an app as well. And someone had the choice between your app and my app. However, you have not created any content whatsoever, and you are just putting ads out there from a faceless, no personality whatsoever account. And the person has to choose. If that person doesn't know me and that person doesn't know you, then how will they make the decision? If the product is relatively similar, they will make the decision based on what is the cheapest option. What is the cheapest option? That's it. Because anyone can build an app. An app is a commodity. It's a commodity. It's like a banana. You have a choice between two different bananas. You don't give a fuck about no premium banana. You just take the cheapest fucking banana. It's the same thing. It's a commodity. That is what every single one of you guys in your respective businesses will become. Because anything you guys can do can be replaced by AI. So with that being said, what is the one principle that we have left as humans? What's the one law that won't change? Let me tell you. The law of demand divided by supply. This is not changing. Why are commodities such bullshit? It's because there's an unlimited amount of them. There's a lot of bananas, and a pretty stable demand for bananas. But there's an infinite amount of bananas. So I'll just take the cheapest fucking banana. I don't give a fuck. Now, tell me if I'm right or wrong. The demand for speaking skills is very high. There's a lot of people who want to learn about speaking skills. But you tell me, there can be an infinite amount of AI bots helping you how to speak. That means the supply is very high. It means the value is very low. But is there only one you, and is there only one me? Isn't there only one Danny Banchev on this planet? Now, in a couple of years, I will be able to be multiplied. There will be a fake ass Danny Banchev channel on YouTube. Someone will take my AI avatar and make videos as if I'm doing it. You take the big personal brands already. There can be many different Tony Robbins AI chats, Alex Ramosi AI chats. Some of them could be really realistic as if you're really speaking to them. But there's only one original Tony Robbins. There's only one original me. Which means, watch me, follow what I'm saying. Which means forever, as long as the demand for you is high, there will always be one supply of you. There will always be one supply of you. AI will make supply available to everyone. It will make a supply available on infinite levels at anything you could possibly do. The only thing you have left that can still make you competitive in the market is if the demand for you is high. Where am I going with this? There's only one thing you can do besides being Sam Altman or all the big AI CEOs. Now, if you want to create the next ChatGPT or the next Claude, respect. Of course, that's how you can become competitive. Go play with the big boys. I know on the technical side, forget about it. I'm not even going to play that game. So what is the only other thing you can count on? The only other thing you can bet on? Being the last person in your market to be replaced. And how do you become the last person in your market to be replaced? By becoming one of zero, becoming one, a category of one. There's only one you. Your value in 2026 and beyond is not in what you do. My value is not in being a speaking coach, because AI can coach you on fucking speaking already with certain apps. It can already give you a bit of feedback. Now, obviously, there's certain details it cannot really give you feedback on, for example, your body language, but it will do that within a couple of months. I'm not worried about it at all. What I do will be completely replaceable by AI, 100%. But there's one thing they will never be able to replace, which is who I am, which is the fact I have a story to share, which is the fact I can understand you guys. You guys can relate to me. We're relatable. We're humans. That's the only thing they cannot remove from us. And also in-person experiences. You won't ever want to see a fucking robot do some improv on stage. You don't give a fuck about seeing a robot improvise. This is where we are still irreplaceable, like in-person experiences. When I'm speaking on stage, you would prefer seeing a human being who's vulnerable, who's authentic, than a robot who's perfect. But again, what's the difference? It's not my skills. It's not what I can do. It's who I am. It's the vulnerability. It's the authenticity. It's everything that makes me human. Now, how can you make that something you can monetize? How can you make this something that is at your advantage in business? Well, there's one and only way. There's one and only way. Personal brand. That's it. Now, you guys have been hearing that word for fucking years. You guys have heard all the big gurus telling you start your personal brand, and you're still fucking procrastinating. You're still procrastinating. Well, let me tell you, this is the only fucking way you can compete on the market if you're in the online space. This is why I named all these different businesses in the beginning of this video. If you're in the online space, it's this or nothing. It's not worth it. It's now AI will replace your ass by someone who has a big personal brand and uses an AI to do the same thing you can possibly do. The biggest personal brand will be the last one to be replaced. The highest reputation, the best of the best. That's the only thing you can bet on in the online world. Or you go all in on in-person experience. And this is why, my friends, I am planning on combining this. This is why I'm posting every single day on YouTube. Plus transitioning to a hybrid model in Born to Speak. Born to Speak is my community. You can join it. It's for speaking, influence, charisma, sales, all that good stuff. Now, I plan on making it a hybrid model, which means I will start transitioning to in real life events, in real life experiences. This is how I am planning on becoming irreplaceable, my friends. This is how. Until I get replaced in the online space, I give it my absolute all. This is why I'm literally posting every single day. I believe YouTube is the last platform about personal brand to be replaced. This is why I chose YouTube. On Instagram, there's already a lot of short form content that is so AI rotted. It's literally AI slop, and you cannot make the difference. There's some bullshit. The other day I was scrolling and there was a goose who was beating up another animal in front of some dogs. And at first, I genuinely thought this was real. This is embarrassing to admit. I genuinely thought it was real. And I said, fuck. Short form content is the easiest form of content to replace. So I said, okay, well, what's the opposite of that? The last form of content to be replaced is long form, but even further than that, live streaming. But it's all related to personal brand. So personal brand in long form platforms and streaming. This is my bet, plus in real life events. This is how you actually become irreplaceable. Now you can stay in the niche you're in at the same time as building your personal brand on YouTube and live streaming, as well as in real life events. This is my bet. I am ready to put everything on the line with that bet. You guys can pull up that video in a couple of years. I would have said, I promise you guys, I would have said, I promise you. So if you want to develop the skills to actually make that happen, understand the principles, the philosophy behind a personal brand, what makes you human, the ability for you to express yourself in the most authentic way possible, storytelling, the ability for you to position yourself as an expert in a way that's still humble, which attracts people to you instead of going to you only for the information you know, because they can find that information on AI. The ability for you to deliver in an authentic, irreplaceable way by AI, just like I did in this video. There was no script. The only thing scripted was the list of businesses at the beginning that I told you guys, because I wanted to remember them. That's it. The rest of the video, there's no script whatsoever. There's still no script. If you guys want to learn that skill, just like my clients who were able to close his first high-ticket deal without any script, you guys can join the community. It's completely free. I'll get to interact with you as soon as you join. Love you. I'll see you here soon. Day tomorrow, the day after, doesn't matter because I'll post every day on YouTube. That's the whole point. Awesome. I love you guys. See you here soon. Mwah.